I'd like you to do something for me. Open up LinkedIn right now, scroll for 30 seconds, and tell me what you see. I'll tell you what I see. The same posts, the same hooks, the same format, even the same tone, just repackaged with a different headshot. Here's the thing. Standing out on LinkedIn is actually a lot more simple than you might think. Everyone sounds like they went to the school of how to write for LinkedIn. The bro poetry, the sentence fragments. You know what I'm talking about. They watch the same YouTube tutorials. They write the same stuff. They download the same template, and they start writing the same thoughtfulness or fluff instead of someone who actually has something to say. If you do this, you will disappear into the noise. No one will notice. No one will care. Your best bet for standing out is just to be yourself. Talk like a human. Talk like the way you would talk to a friend over coffee. That's really all there is to it. I'm gonna get one thing out of the way. Please do not start your posts with "I'm proud to announce." Just no, for the love of heck, please don't do that. The reason most people sound generic online is that they start performing. Nobody talks like that in real life. You would just tell them what happened. Now, me personally, I'm a writer. I do my best thinking through my fingers. That's what helps me think clearly. Writing is where the real me shows up. Other people don't like that. Some people like to make art, some people like to make infographics, some people like to shoot videos. You hand them a microphone and then all of a sudden the stories just naturally flow out of them. They're talking about their first client, the time they almost quit, the thing that they wish they knew 5 years ago. If that's you, then try this. The next time you want to make content, sit down and record yourself talking for 10 minutes. Could be on a video, could be on your voice memo, and then just talk about whatever's on your mind. Upload the transcript to ChatGPT or Claude. I prefer Claude, but ChatGPT is what people know. Ask it to find the best insights or the best little story moments and turn those into posts. Try that for a few weeks and see what happens. I think you'll be surprised at the results. Look, the posts that will come out will sound more like you than anything you could come up with if you just sat down and tried to write like everyone else. The point I'm trying to make is find the format that works for you. The one where you stop performing and start being yourself. Something else I hear all the time. I don't want to look cringe or salesy on LinkedIn. And listen, I get it. I hate that Gary Vee shit. That's what you're saying. Like the backwards caps. Yeah, nah, dude, that's on me. Picture your ideal customer. Imagine you're sitting across a table from them. You're not pitching them. You're not selling them. You are just telling them about who you are and what you do. Now, a little while ago, I worked with a B2B SaaS founder who was the #1 high school football player in the country. But that's not what his business is about. He's a B2B SaaS founder. But when I interviewed him for our weekly Q&A, I interviewed him about his origin story, and that's just one of the details that came up. And so did the fact that he started a business because he was working minimum wage with a kid on the way and he wanted a way out. Yeah, stories like that are great. That's the stuff that makes people want to follow you. Not your product, not your feature, the human moments. People follow people, not logos. Your origin story isn't a distraction from your brand, it is your brand. Okay, here's another thing. If you're confused on what to even post about, you need a mix of 3 things. 1, informational content. This is your expertise, like the stuff that you know how to do, what you do and how you do it. A lawyer, for example, might explain how they prepare clients for court. A dentist might tell you what to expect from a specific procedure. Then 2, relatable content. You as person and business owner, that's the human stuff. Your story, your triumphs, your failures, the moments that shaped you and made you who you are today. That's what let people know that you're a person, not just a robot or a logo. And then finally 3, promotional content. This is where you talk about results, the real outcomes, the real business outcomes that you've driven for real people. Not we offer great service, but here's what happened when someone hired us. The mistake that most people make is going 100% promotional. You have to mix it up, be human, show your work, and talk about the results. One last thing. When you talk about what you do, talk about outcomes, not process. Your customers don't care about the process, really. They care about what you want. They care that you won. They don't want to hear about what your equipment. They want to know that they'll stop being in pain. Talk about who you are, talk about who they were, what problem they had, how they found you, what you did, and what their life looks like now. Be yourself. That's really all there is to it. Tell the real stories and talk about what actually happened. That's how you make posts that sound like you.